Good evening. Welcome back to the channel where it is time to preview the biggest game of the season without a shadow of a doubt. It is Liverpool against Atletico Madrid, with Atletico Madrid taking a 1-0 lead over to Anfield. Liverpool looking for one of those famous European nights again. Joining me to preview the game on Wednesday is Mack LFC. How you doing, my friend?
Not too bad, mate. Thank you very much for asking me to come on. It's an exciting game, mate. I think we'll talk in depth over the next couple of minutes, mate. But nice one for having me on. Absolute legend.
Not a problem. And I'll obviously leave your YouTube and Twitter in the description below. And obviously you've done a preview as well. How are you feeling about this game? Nervous?
Excited. Every bit of nervousness. I think happy, excited. Really 50-50. I think obviously due to the first leg in which we had, mate, it's a very weird one. Obviously Liverpool, we didn't take our chances and we knew the game plan of what Atletico Madrid was going to be. And it'd be interesting to see really how they do set up the second leg. Obviously what happened last year, I think they've learned getting beat by Juventus. I think they will look to get at least an away goal because I think it will benefit them massively if they can do. But it's up to Liverpool now, really, and how we can really combat against this machine of Atletico.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, defensively, they've been absolutely sound in previous Champions League. But yeah, like you say, like last season, they were 2-0 up on Juventus, and then they managed to lose 3-0. So that could be in their minds as well. Now, obviously, like the previous game, obviously we lost 1-0. Obviously, it's a really bad set piece from Atletico and really poor defending. And then obviously they had a couple of more chances, and obviously they sat back as well. How do you see them going into this game? Do you think they'll set up to defend, or do you think they'll set up to attack?
As you said, Dan, mate, I think it'll be 50-50. We'll have large portions. I think Atletico, most teams to play against, are very acceptable, really, even like the likes of Real Betis, Osasuna. They probably have more possession than Atletico Madrid. They're set up very well. I think Morata, if he plays, obviously Diego Costa and Felipe João Felix, I think they've got players in terms of their counter-attack. I think they'll go 50-50, mate. I think they will try and look for that goal, but it's up to Liverpool, really, how will dictate how the game goes. And I just want us to be a lot more clinical in front of goal. And I tell you, if we can score a nice early goal, that will then change the game plan. Simeone is a fantastic manager. He probably would have ran through the whole team. He probably expects Liverpool to score first, and I think we all do. But I tell you, their game plan will probably try and get an early goal, and then they can sit back behind the ball, because I think that would suit them most ideally. Them getting a goal, I think we'll need at least 3 to progress to the knockout next round anyway.
Yeah, I know it's going to be another really interesting game. I mean, they're obviously not in great form at the moment. They've had 2 wins in the last 9 games in La Liga, so that's something to take forward to. But they'll be buoyed on by the fact that we haven't kept a clean sheet at Anfield in the Champions League this season.
Yeah, definitely. I think when we've watched the lads, everyone watching when we played Watford in the league, it isn't. I think Simeone and his lads will be rubbing their hands together for the way in which we've been defending recently. But it's another test for this Liverpool team, mate. Yeah. I think it's an exciting test, but if there's a team out there, it was nerve-wracking watching Liverpool play against Messi last season in the Champions League. Yeah. It was like hold your breath with bated breath anyway, and just fingers crossed, cross your toes and everything. But I think the real Liverpool defence will come out on Wednesday night and really backs against the wall. Even if we do score 2 or 3 goals, I think we'll be very well set up, and then we'll see Atletico Madrid open up a lot more. I think the longer the game goes, if we can get a nice early goal, as we said, get an early goal and really expose them on the counter-attack. So basically do an Atletico Madrid to Atletico Madrid. I think that'll be in Klopp's thinking. That's how I'd play against Atletico. Get a nice early goal, couple of goals, and then just sit back, let them come on to us, because we can pass it all around the back. And just, I think that is probably what Klopp might be saying. I don't know. Yeah. That's what I'd possibly do.
It's a difficult one. It really, really is. Now, obviously, team news-wise, Jordan Henderson and Andy Robertson are available. Can you see Henderson starting this game?
He has to, mate. I know what I mentioned on my pre-match. If he's fully fit, he has to. Because I think when I spoke to you, mate, and I think every single one of us around the world, when we've watched Liverpool, we haven't really created a lot of chances. If we have created chances, it's either been a moment of brilliance or really cutting edge. I think Fabinho's going to be key as well. I can see Fabinho, my ideal, I think on my pre-match show, I mentioned Naby, Gini and Fabinho being, Ox, Naby and Fabinho being my main midfield. But that was if obviously Hendo wasn't playing. But I think if Hendo plays, he'll be a lot more creative going forward. And I think it'll be a big opportunity for Fabinho as well, mate. I think he, as well as good as defensively he can be, I think it's a huge night for Fabinho. I think it'll probably be the biggest match of Fabinho's career, and possibly all these Liverpool players anyway, considering how well we progress anyway. But fully confident that Hendo, we need a proper Hendo performance, and there's one man to really take Liverpool through. It's going to be Captain Fantastic.
Absolutely. And you would expect Andy Robertson to come straight back in as well? Yeah,
definitely, mate. I think it was just precautionary, Hendo. Anyway, we've seen him in the stands. Like we said when we done a couple of weeks ago, I'm sure me and you spoke about Robinson's fitness. If there's two positions in this Liverpool squad that probably are the most, if you've ever played football at any level, if you're a fullback or if you're a winger, especially if you've got someone in front of you or you're behind you that never tracks back, it is probably one of the most demanding positions in football. But most importantly, if you're in Liverpool's system, it is the most important position in Liverpool's system. But I think he'll be fresh at a Scottish fullback. I absolutely love the fella. And if worst comes to worst, and we need not just his quality, but we need his dark arts, the winding up tactics across the little slaps on the head. Like with a couple of the Atletico Madrid players, because I think that will come out, and you'll need that. You'll need to push Atletico Madrid's buttons, and that'll be lovely. Can't wait for that.
It would be. Yeah, I absolutely love Robertson. I mean, Scottish Braveheart is what I call him, and quite rightly he is as well. Now, obviously, Atletico Madrid's side of things, different to the first game, because obviously they had a lot of injuries to deal with. However, Simeone has a fully fit squad to go with. I think the only one I've noticed is Thomas Lemar, who's carrying a slight injury. So how do you see them lining up?
In terms, obviously, I don't know if Carrasco is eligible, obviously, since his move back to Atletico. I could see Carrasco playing down the left, Koke, and obviously Saul are going to be two key. They were very good. I was massively impressed with those two. Be interesting to see who he goes with up front. If it is João Felix and Correa, they could change any, but I could see Carrasco down the left. Koke, Saul in the middle. I know to have Koke, Saul play on the right hand side usually, but and then obviously you got the big man Thomas Lemar. I think he was hugely impressive. Not Thomas Lemar, Thomas Partey. Yeah, he was absolutely instrumental in the first leg's performance. So I think I'd go with that. Carrasco down the left, Thomas Partey, Koke, and obviously Saul on the right. I think it's Saul, Koke down the right hand side. Usually, mate, but that's how I could see the midfield going now.
Yeah, and then obviously All Black, who's a fantastic goalkeeper, and we might be seeing Kieran Trippier at right back. That still amazes me that he managed to go to Atletico, but fair play to him.
Yeah, he's really pushed on, hasn't he, mate? I think when we've all seen him in this season, I think he's taken out Spain to like a duck to water. He's really loved Spanish football, and I think Tottenham were, as much as English fans, when we have watched the England national team, he's a quality footballer. There's no doubt in the lad's quality, and I think the Spanish league suits his style of play. He's not the quickest, but he's a very technical player, and I think going down the right hand side, if he is going to play, I think he can definitely pose Robbo a couple of defensive ideas really of him. If Trent, that's our right back. If Trippier is going down that right hand side, he'll have to think of obviously the quality of Trippier.
Yeah,
and I think it was a Jimenez, the Argentinian, obviously Savic. I think he's a potential starter as well, and obviously Lodi, he was the Brazilian left back. He played fantastic. I was very impressed with him going down the left hand flank, mate. I think if Liverpool are going to keep him quiet, I think it's important that we do keep Lodi anyway very quiet.
Absolutely. It's going to be one of those games, I think, where it's just, I think it's going to be nail biting stuff. I've just got a feeling. But the worrying thing with excuse me, the worrying thing about this is that, like I said, we haven't kept a clean sheet at home. So, if they do score, then we will need 3. So, might be another Barcelona coming up, don't you think?
Oh, I'd love it, mate. I don't think all of our hearts would take it. I think we need a defo lie down, or I don't know, if keep a PC, have a cup of tea or something, but crack open a cold one after the game, mate. I'm excited. Even if it comes to that, we know there's no better side in European competition. We know we've got the goals in our team.
Yeah.
If it comes out to being a shootout, really, and who scores more, Liverpool would probably batter every single team in Europe, mate. Don't get me wrong, Atletico, very good team, but I think Liverpool will definitely have enough quality over 180 minutes of football.
I know, we could see extra time as well. That'd be amazing. So, obviously, team-wise, obviously we all know about Alisson Becker being injured, which is a massive blow, but it's a big chance for Adrian to, step up. And, okay, he has looked shaky recently, but when he has been asked to step up, he has actually proved to be a very good deputiser for Alisson.
Definitely, mate. He was so instrumental the early stages of the season, wasn't he? When Ali was injured, he's a quality player. I don't think we've ever had a better second goalkeeper in recent times. Obviously, I'm only 24, but I'm trying to cast my mind back to, obviously, you got the Clemens. He was the first who's goalie anyway, but in terms of way back then anyway, but he's a very good understudy, and he'd probably start for most European sides if he didn't have, obviously, the quality of Alisson.
I know the one moment I think I remember from him this season in the Champions League was that save from Mertens. Basically, he's basically going back. He just tips over with one hand. It was just fantastic save, and that kind of just says to me that I've got every faith in Adrian. I really do. So obviously my team would be Adrian, obviously Trent Alexander-Arnold, obviously Gomez, Van Dijk, and then Robertson will come back in. Now this is where it gets really interesting. What midfield? Because your midfield is Fabinho, Wijnaldum, and Keita. Is that right?
Yeah, that's quite attacking. Yeah,
quite attacking. I think Fabinho will play. I can see Fabinho playing. I don't know. Do you know something? I will say now, Jordan Henderson starts for me.
Yeah.
I think he does start. Then it's a question mark. Do I bring in Keita for Wijnaldum, or Wijnaldum keep his place, or even maybe James Milner?
Yeah,
possibly.
I'd love to see a million, mate. I think when we've played over the coming weeks, and we said in our post-match and pre-match early on in the week, I think it's important that these Liverpool, whoever plays in midfield, really just gets the game by the scruff of the neck, gets the ball, and really just drives the Atletico Madrid midfield and defence. We need people that are just not scared. I'm not saying Henderson is scared or any other players in Liverpool's midfield, but I think Naby, especially in tight spaces, I think from me personal point of view, when I was watching the game in the first leg, we really struggled to really just keep hold the ball, keep hold the simple possession, and really just look to get in behind Atletico Madrid. Considering they probably play a formation of a 5-5-0, especially if they do get another early goal.
Yeah,
we need midfield players from those central areas really to get the ball and just drive. Through the Atletico Madrid back line. Sorry that.
Sorry. And obviously the front three speaks for itself: Mane, Firmino, and Salah. I think this is where Salah will finally step up again, because against Atletico in the first leg, I thought he was really. I think they marked him really, really well, and he didn't really get many opportunities.
It was a Simeone masterclass, mate. I think it was one of the very first rare occasions that we've seen our forward lads play so bad. It wasn't our forward lads playing bad, but it was just such a tactical masterstroke. Because obviously with them playing 2 banks of 5, you're looking at Salah, like he's got to get past at least 3 or 4 Atletico Madrid players to get anywhere near their box. But you're seeing it against Bournemouth. Salah continuously kept on dropping deep and done like what Messi been doing for the last couple of seasons. Get the ball from deep and really drive on there. And then if you're a midfield player from Atletico on Wednesday night, you're probably like, do we go with him or do we stay in my position? And I think that's where you'll probably look in this week. Well, the players will be looking from the especially forward areas, just trying to do something different, something that they haven't really thought of and really surprise Atletico. Because you've got Bobby on the left or something, and you got really a midfield player really pushing on, and just it'd be interesting. That's why I love European battles. It'd be interesting, mate. But I'm hoping it's an absolute masterclass from all 3 of them. We know the quality, and it only takes 1 strike from one of them really to put the ball in the back of the net. That good.
Yeah, you said in your preview that we need to start taking shots from outside the box because I think in the first leg we were trying to take shots, but they were closing us down really quickly.
Yeah, definitely, mate. I think we continuously put balls in the box in the first leg, and you're like, I'd understand if we had Peter Crouch or someone tall or Andy Carroll, but we've got Bobby Firmino. He's not renowned for being an aerial prowess.
No.
Mane and Salah, they're all like 5'10", 5'11", not big players. So the likes of Savic and Jimenez and obviously players like that, and Oblak 6'3", the big physical presences. So the only way you're going to get it's either going to have to be a 11 out of 10 cross from Trent or Robbo and pinpoint on the red, or you're either having to look for different options. And like you said, then mate, we're going to have to start shooting from outside the box, because I think that would switch Atletico Madrid's thinking, really, to say, right, they're having a lot more shots now. Because the amount of space we had in the first leg to really just have a pop shot, really, just... I'm hoping we do see a couple of screamers.
Yeah.
I tell you what, if we do see an Oxlade-Chamberlain screamer, I think we'll all be running around.
Yeah.
I can already envision it now.
Right, I'm going to have to ask you this. Prediction. What is your prediction?
2-0. I'm going to do a 2-0. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm going to go for a 2-0.
Going for a 2-0. I'm going to say we concede, but
it's goals galore.
We're going to win 3-1.
3-1, yeah.
I'm going to go 3-1. I've just had this feeling all week since obviously, City getting beat by United yesterday. I've just said we're going to do it, and I think it's going to be something similar to Barcelona. Yes, we may concede, but the fact is, I think we can really break them down. And like you say, I think we will get a goal from outside the box, and it would be lovely to see Ox score. Actually, it would be lovely to see Firmino score as well. Still waiting on his Anfield goal, isn't he?
Since Porto, isn't he? The Porto game at home last year, which is mad. But I tell you, if he keeps on scoring away, especially in the Champions League, won't mind. But I think himself, it's mad how that's that. But I think of the opposition fans outside Liverpool, non-Liverpool fans will be like, oh, it doesn't do much. We know how important Firmino is, and hopefully he bangs in an hat-trick against Atletico Madrid and just breaks the absolute hoodoo out of it. But yeah.
So I've had to push you to who's going to score. Who do you think?
Van Dijk header and Bobby Firmino. There you go.
Nice.
Put Bobby in. He hasn't scored for ages, so.
Okay. For them, I can see Felix maybe scoring, because I think he was missed in the first leg. I think he'll be pivotal. And then for us, gonna go for Firmino because he has to score soon. I'm actually going to go for something very, very bold. I'm going to go for an Andy Robertson goal. Yeah. And then I'm going to go for Salah to score the third. I'm going 3-1. You're going 2-0. Let me know in the comment section below what you think the score will be. Let me know what your starting 11 would be as well. And also let me know if you think Jordan Henderson will start, because he is going to be very, very pivotal as well. But Jack, absolute pleasure to have you back on the channel, and thank you very much for doing the preview with me.
Made up, mate. Thank you very much for taking the time out and allowing me on that. Looking forward to having you on my channel as well. Get your post-match thoughts as well. But everyone, I tell you, it's done. Anfield will be rocking on Wednesday night, won't it? I just can't wait to listen to the atmosphere, mate.
I can't wait either. But yeah, guys, it's going to be a really, really interesting game. It could be one of those memorable nights again. It could be another Barcelona potentially. We could be coming from behind and then obviously having to get those. Obviously they score, then we need 3. But can we do it? Of course we can. Of course we can. So, and I'm really, really, really looking forward to this game. So let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Let me know your prediction for the game below as well. So we'll see what happens as well. But Jack, thank you very, very much. And I'll leave your YouTube and Twitter in the description below. Come on, Liverpool. Let's get to the last day. Let's get to the last day. You'll never walk alone, Reds. This means more. See you later. Bye-bye.
See you later.